Mm. Gilbert Arenas, man. Gilbert Arenas, man. This is sad, man. This shit ain't funny at all. Gilbert Arenas, man, comes out with a racist rant against the South Sudanese team. South Sudan played against Team USA the other day, and they almost beat them. They almost beat them. Shocking to everybody. They almost beat them. Now, what I want to say about the South Sudan team is they are a strong team. They are very long and athletic. It's like you playing against a bunch of Kevin Durant's. It's a bunch of Joel Embiid's out there. Now, this was a good team. This was not a bad team at all. They look like they've been playing together for years. So shout out to the South Sudanese team, man. They really put it to them. And after this game or whatever, I guess Gilbert figured it would be funny that he go on and make these little slick little jokes about the guys from South Sudan. He says that we almost got beat by the Ahi tribe or the Joel Embiid's cousins. We almost got beat by people who practice on peach baskets and don't wear shoes. They ain't got no shoes. Basically, he was trying to disrespectfully downplay South Sudan by saying they're a third world country. They don't have nothing. They're poor. They can't play basketball, really. You know, there's no reason why they should even be on the same floor with Team USA. Basically, what Gilbert is saying is very disrespectful. Now, when I seen the clip, when I seen him say what he was saying, when I first heard, I'm like, whoa, Gil, like you tampering with that line a little bit. You crossing the line a little bit, man. You getting to the point where it's like I said, it's damn near disrespectful for what you're saying to these people. So you have to understand that us black people, we get disrespected all over the world already. People already look kind of down on us like we just nothing. You know, we slaves, we niggas. So for a black man to come out and use racial jokes against a functioning country, Olympic team. This is an Olympic team. You're not in the Olympics unless you got world-class athletes. This is an Olympic team. So you have to give them their respect. But for him to come out and say this, it just disrespected what they doing. It disrespected their whole country, they oral. What? Just think about how the people in South Sudan felt when they seen what Gilbert was saying. Them people over there are not in a third world country. I know a lot of y'all really, especially white people, y'all believe that. Y'all think that Africa is third world and all that. Those people are not third world people. That's what the UN, that's what Europeans classify them as. But fuck what they talking about. Africa is the motherland. Africa is the biggest continent on the planet. Africa has some of the most diverse people, diverse languages, diverse foods, diverse cultures on the planet. Do we have roots to Africa? Maybe. But we are indigenous to this land in America as well. Majority of us. So it's innate in us to kind of battle with Africa, you know, go back and forth, especially on a competitive level. But we have never disrespected Africa. Never. You barely gonna hear black people disrespect Africa. Now some black people might say that, you know, Africa they do different things over there. It's not like this, that, third. But you ain't finna hear us disrespecting Africa like this. Now you hear comics make little jokes and stuff here and there. It's comedy. But Gilbert, you are a person of respect, and we hold you at a higher standard. You got a nice platform with Gil's Arena. You had a decent career in the NBA. You were an all-star. You were a star in the NBA. So you have a lot of fans. We love Agent Zero. We hold you at a higher standard than this. So for you to come out and say something like this is showing proof to me about the way I kind of looked at you. And that is very childish. I've always looked at Gilbert Arenas as he's kind of childish, man. And I think that's what hurt your career in the NBA. You just wouldn't grow up, Gil. Just, you know, be a man about certain things. Certain things you just don't have to say. You can bite your tongue and let it go. It don't mean you a real ninja just because you say certain things out your mouth. A real ninja know when to speak and when not to speak. And this moment right here, for what you said, you shouldn't have said nothing at all. You shouldn't have said none of this. Because you disrespected this whole country. You disrespected these people who really worked hard to get where they at in these Olympic Games, trained, worked, beat the teams they need to beat, and now they competing on the highest level possible, the Olympics. So you should show them the utmost respect. But instead, you say little childish shit like this. Now, for all you who don't know, Gilbert Arenas was kicked out of the league for bringing guns into the locker room after a dice game, a card game, whatever it was. I'm not for sure, but they was gambling, and motherfuckers ended up losing and didn't want to pay up or whatever. And Gil ended up, bringing guns. The guy brought his gun. He brought, it was just some unnecessary bullshit. They ended up getting him kicked out of the league. Now, if he'd have been a man about the situation, if he'd took a different route, he wouldn't have brought no guns in the locker room. He wouldn't have did all that. He'd have waited till after practice or after the game or something to handle all that. But he wanted to put on a show, make it like he big bad Gil, and he ended up, bringing firearms into the locker room, and which he eventually got him kicked out of the league. So Gil has a history of doing these childish things that kind of hurt his career. Just like he could have went to L.A. and played with Kobe. He talked about that on the show before, but he didn't want the pressure. He didn't want that moment. He didn't want L.A. He didn't want that pressure on him to win championships and all that, and it's childish. Should have grew up. See what I'm saying? I remember hearing a story from Channing Frye when they was at Arizona, how Gilbert walked into the orientation or whatever and was just loud mouthing, loud talking, and oh fuck this, I'm out of here, I'm not staying here. Like, just, bro, be quiet. I understand you're a grown man. We understand you're a grown man, but there's a time and place for everything. And there's certain times where Gilbert, if you'd have just shut the fuck up, you'd have been all right. Just like now, you got this good run going on with Gil's Arena. You got a big audience. People starting to draw back to you and look into what you're doing. People listening to you. People looking forward to watch your show. And then you come out and say some stupid shit like this. Come on, Gil. I got nothing but love and respect for you, Gil. I love your show. I watch your show a lot. You guys, y'all do a good job critiquing the game of basketball, putting your insight, your input on it. But there are some times on that show where I feel like y'all get a little childish. Even Brandon Jennings, he be making these little remarks and doing these little mannerisms like a female, and kind of acting childish. Y'all argue about little shit. It's like sometimes y'all get to arguing about little shit. I turn it off. But with you making a statement like this shows you still have that same little childish mentality in your mind. Cause dog, you as a grown man talking about a whole nother country, you are never supposed to get this disrespectful. Talking about we almost lost to the Ahi tribe. That's not funny, bro. That's not funny. We almost lost to people who don't got shoes, who shooting in a peach basket. That's not funny, bro. That's not funny. South Sudan don't have an indoor gym at all. They got outdoor courts. South Sudan got outdoor courts. But guess what? Luau Dang finna get them a court built over there. Indoor court. Now, for people out there like, well, if they ain't got no indoor court, they must be po. No. Africa has never been into basketball. I repeat, the continent of Africa, which has 54 countries in it, if I ain't mistaken. I think it's 54, 52, something like that. Over 50 countries, over 50 villages, over 50 tribes in that continent have never ever really got into basketball. They don't play football over there. They really don't play baseball. There's no sport that really goes on in Africa other than soccer. That's pretty much it. Soccer is big over there, but now they're starting to play basketball. And yeah, they've been playing basketball for years. They've been in the Olympics and all that since the 90s and all that, but at the same time, it's never been on this type of scale. It's never been looked at as if they have to compete. We never looked at them as a top competitor. You always, you'll see Africa, one of these countries on the schedule, it's going to be a dub because they really don't play basketball. But now, Majority of those guys on the South Sudan team are going to a college or have played in college or are going to the NBA. World class talent on that team. So for Gil to come out and say it's the Ahi tribe, boy, you far from it. You so wrong. This is nowhere near some people out of a village with no shoes playing basketball. These are world class athletes that we playing against. And shout out to South Sudan. I gotta give y'all props. Y'all are not playing in peach baskets, and everything Gilbert said, that does not represent how Black America feel about y'all. We love y'all. We respect y'all. We love the competition. We enjoyed watching that game. We had us on the edge of our seat. I know I was. It's a lot of concerns with Team USA that y'all exposed, especially with Devin Booker and Jason Tatum. Y'all locked them up. Joel Embiid looked slow. Joel Embiid looked like he couldn't even really fuck with y'all. Like I said, it's y'all whole team is Joel Embiid. Y'all whole team is Kevin Durant. So it really wasn't nothing y'all can do. Then the other guy, one guy was just hit about 5-6 threes on him. I mean, you're not dropping threes like that unless you a basketball player. You're not catching put back dunks like that unless you a basketball player. You're not dropping trays and playing defense and getting blocks at the rim unless you are a basketball player, unless you have a high basketball IQ. And that's what Team South Sudan had. They have a high basketball IQ as a team, as a unit. And I'm going to tell y'all this right now. Goal looking shaky for Team USA. I don't know about no goal. Because South Sudan going to be a problem. And they got to see them again. So Gil, all that Ahi tribe and peach baskets, and we got beat by the people, all that funny, you know what I'm saying, shit you thought was funny. Fuck around and backfire on Team USA and we get our ass beat. Because you got to respect South Sudan. They came to play, really. And they got world-class athletes on that team. So for all my Africans out there, in every country, Cameroon, down to South Africa, Egypt, all the countries over there, we respect y'all. We love y'all. We see y'all as distant brothers, distant cousins. Of course, he talking about Embiid out there throwing the game for his cousins. That's some shit we expect white folks to say. That's some shit we expect white folks to say. We don't need our own demoralizing. That's the shit I be talking about on my channel. We need to start being accountable for what we do amongst our people. We got to stop disrespecting ourselves. And what you get with Gilbert saying something like this, you're disrespecting yourself, your people, and the Africans. If you would get up here and say some shit like that, how you think the other races would look at what's going on? I bet white folks got a kick out of this shit. I bet white people in America, all over the world, whoever seen Gilbert's little take or whatever, little comments, I bet they was dying laughing. Because a lot of them racist as fuck. So they see it as that too. And guess how they look at you, Gil? A hoodlum, a dumbass. Motherfucker that got kicked out the league. He wasn't good enough, wasn't smart enough to stay in the league. See what I'm saying? Because you put that type of energy out into the universe now. You put that out. Now it's gonna project back on you. Because once you start judging, guess what? It's coming right back to you. Once you spit out dirt gonna come back to you. You reap what you sow. So what you saying something like this, disrespecting a whole country, a continent, the South Sudan people, you disrespect everybody over there, especially the basketball team. Lawal Dang, the good job he done did with these guys. With you disrespecting them and putting out this and projecting this type of energy, it's gonna come back to you, bro. So don't look for love from these South Sudan players. Don't even look for love from some of your other fans, because, bro, there's some people upset about what you said, man. And you know we live in a sensitive era. I still fuck with you. If I was your close friend, I would have. Hey, Gil, you got to take that shit back, bro. Don't say no shit like that. What the fuck wrong with you? That shit wasn't even funny, bro. A real close friend, somebody that's close to Gil, need to make that man go apologize to South Sudan. Now, I know you a man. I know you're a grown man and all that. But you need to put your pride aside and go put out grand a tweet or whatever, a YouTube short, Facebook short, something. You need to say something respectful and honorable to the South Sudan Olympic team, because everything you said was outright disrespectful and childish, very childish. And like I said, we don't need our own people throwing shots like this, and it's a fabricated shot. But there's no proof behind what you said. They're not the Ahi tribe. They're not blowing arrows through a fucking bamboo stick. They're not blowing darts through a bamboo stick. They're not over there playing with no shoes on. They obviously got shoes on. They obviously got uniforms. They all look well put together, hair done up. They nice and fit, firm. They ain't out there all sloppy. They didn't look sloppy at all. They look like a well put together team. So these are guys that have been playing together and know what they're doing. Like I said, they have a high basketball mentality, high basketball IQ. That's why they're able to compete with Team USA. So Gil, you need to take these words back. I know as a man, we don't ever want to take our words back. We don't ever want to apologize. We got a lot of pride. But right now, for your sake, for your energy's sake, to save your energy, to protect yourself, protect what you stand for and what you got going on, you need to apologize to these people. Apologize to South Sudan, man. Because they didn't deserve none of them words you said. Everything you said was some bullshit. And very, like I said, very, very, very childish. And once again, I just want to let everybody know in South Sudan, us Americans, us black Americans, we love y'all. That shit Gilbert said, that's part of the problems we're trying to get rid of over in this country. We're trying to get rid of all this childish, disrespectful shit that go on within our community, within our own community. Because if we don't start respecting ourselves, we can't expect nobody else to. If you want to put out little snippets like this and say little slick shit like this, then don't be upset when white people say it or Chinese people say it or any other race of people say anything disrespectful towards black folks. We can't say nothing because guess what? We disrespect ourselves. Same way I tell y'all, stop using the word nigga. Stop calling yourself a nigga. Because the more and more you call yourself a nigga, that's what other people look at us as. Niggas. Disrespectful. If we disrespect ourselves, they'll never respect us. So Gil, man, you gotta do better than that. With the platform you got, with the influence you got, you have to do better, bro. I expect better. You got a son out here. You got daughters out. You got so much going on. Family man, getting your money, doing your thing. You shouldn't be putting out no garbage like this, bro. So make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all share this with Gil. Gil need to hear this, man. He need to hear a message from somebody who fuck with him, bro. You better than that, Gil. You better than that. And for real, be honest with you, you too old for that, bro. You too old to be saying little snippet shit like this. So make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. P.S.A, man, I'm out of here.